I think there seems to be some misconception about who this bill will actually affect and who this bill will actually harm at the end of the day. So let's just talk about them for 1 second. The people who are actually going to be affected by this bill, not our budget or some line item somewhere, but the people that were actually going to be affected by this. Because they were in my office, they were in your office maybe, I don't know, but they came to mine, and I know who they are. They are child victims. They are child victims who find themselves in the situation they do through absolutely no fault of their own. Understand what these children have gone through. They've been raped. They've been molested. They've been physically and emotionally abused. And they have been abandoned. No one to call them family. No one that they can call family. No one to help them. No one at all. Now, what would you do? God forbid that you found yourself in this situation as a child. Maybe you have. And for that, my heart really does go out to you with the utmost sincerity. What would you do if these were your children and you were looking down from on high at the situation? What would you expect from this government, from this body? Do you really think you'd want to cut their services? Is that what you think you'd come to? That's the rational conclusion you would come to? Cut their services? Save $10 million? Whatever. They're just kids. They'll figure it out, right? And by the way, they are educating themselves. Because everyone that came into me was in college or had graduated. And they are working. And the reason why I know that is because they let me know exactly how the system works in this case. And that if they are working and getting that paycheck, which for some reason this body thinks that they don't want to do, that they want to sit home and just collect a check, laughable. And you know, yesterday on this floor, my dear friend, Representative Cynthia Stafford, asked a question. It was a simple one. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? What will they do when we cut this money? What are they going to do? Sponsor's response: get a job. Get a job. Well, while I have not had the opportunity to talk to the 12 kids that came into my office a few weeks ago, I have a feeling I know what their response would be to that particular statement. That response that I bring to this body on behalf of these young men and women who are going to be kicking right out: do your job. Do your job as a body. Protect the vulnerable. Do your job. Stop hiding behind economic expediency. Do your job. Protect the folks that need to be protected. And when it comes to that population I talked about, child victims, that is where we need to be. That's where we need to put ourselves in front of the line and make sure that these children who have already suffered enough at the hands of others, people they supposedly were trusted and loved, why don't we have a little compassion here? Why don't we show a little protection and love for these people who so desperately, desperately need it?
For the debate. Further debate. Representative Grimsley, you're recognized in debate.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield.